on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. My name is Sports Monkey. Welcome back to Fox Valley, and here is our filled-in high-density residential for Fox Valley. So, that looks pretty good. It filled in really nicely. Obviously, we have a long ways to go for a city center, but that is a really good start, and it's really good to see everything filling in. So for today, again, I'm working with the City Skylines Sunset Harbor DLC, and we are working on a City Skylines DLC, City Skylines Sunset Harbor DLC map. So for today, I actually already got started. Remember, we had a little town over here that was on the hill, and it kind of looked a little awkward. Well, guess what? I demolished it. The reason behind that is the following. I'm going to hold down the Y button, go to Info Views, and we're going to go down to Natural Resources. And as you can tell, we have some ore over here. The blue is the ore resource that we want to dig up. Now, the only issue is if you look around the map, oops, sorry, did not mean to do that. If you look around the map, there really isn't a really good ore source over here. I mean, I guess you could put it over here, but it's not, it's not in a good, like, either way, there's not a ton of ore. And the problem is if you use the ore over here, you're in your city center. So I'm going to build the ore industry over here. It is not going to be the biggest and the best ore industry, but I'm going to show you how to do that today. So in order to build the ore industry, you do need the City Skylines Industries DLC. So just to give you that heads up. And now let's get started. So as you can tell that the ore is between here and here. So let's get started. And I'm going to actually build a road, not upgrade. I'm going to build a road kind of on the outskirts over here. So we need to fully utilize our very small ore industry, or our ore natural resource space. So I'm trying to stay on the outskirts of it. I do know I need to go over and have a bridge, which is perfect. And have a bridge. Yeah, we're going to build a bridge. We're not going to have a bridge. Sounded really weird. Do you have a bridge? No, I don't have a bridge. Anyways, so this is going to be the base, the outside of our ore industry. Now let's just go back to that viewing angle and check it out again. So this is where, so in the middle is where all of our rich ore is. So we need to put roads in between here and kind of be able to dig it all out. So what we need to do first, the very first thing you need to do when building any industry is you go to your zones and you hit RB and then you paint the district. I know this is boring, but you know, you just have to do it in order to create the industries. Now, while I'm painting the industries, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. That all comments and likes are greatly appreciated. You guys have blown up one of my battery videos, so I truly do appreciate that. You guys have been fantastic, and I truly, truly do appreciate it. So make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. If not, or if you already have, thank you for coming back. I do appreciate it. And, yep, so this is where our ore industry is going to be. I know that's a big square, but some of these buildings are massive. So we painted the ore industry. So now what we have to do is we kind of have to label it. So you go over to ore industry and label it. So make sure, you know, when your district has that little ore symbol so you can build ore industry on it. Now the next thing, go over to the industry spot, and then you have to paint the industry. Use the industry tool and paint the industry. Which it's still very weird to me that City Skylines makes you do this. But I didn't make the rules. You know, it's okay. This is City Skylines Industries, and, you know, it's just how they made the DLC. It is what it is. Not a huge deal. But, so we filled in that. We filled in our lovely ore industry. Now it's time to build the roads. Well, not the roads, but well, actually I lied. We need to first build. Yeah, we do need to. I'm sorry, I was right. We do need to build the roads. We just need to be really smart about it. So what I'm thinking is let's have a major avenue go up here and then kind of spread out from there. So watch, as I've showed you guys twice already, this is where the ore is. So I'm gonna have a small road just kind of go down the middle here and see if that will work. I know we're on a hill, so it might be a little bit more difficult, but we'll see if it works. So we're going to have ore there. Ore there. Now, maybe we can go straight. Let's see if we can go straight. All right, so now let's go back. Oop. So we have all the ore over there, so we can build ore mines against these roads, which will be perfect. And then we have to remember there's some over there. So let's remind ourselves that the ore is also over here. All right, then also we have over here that the ore is. So let's go back over here. And this is, okay, so right along here. So I can put ore industry going straight forward. So like up here where my little indicator is and over here. All right. Sorry, this is a little bit more complicated because because guess what? It is not in a concentrated area. It's kind of very spread out on this map. So now the very first thing you have to do when building the ore industry is create the main building. So I'm going to keep the main building on the outskirts. It's nothing crazy. Keep it out there. You're not really losing or gaining anything by having it out there. I'm also going to add a maintenance building over here, which should work out really well. Now, the real complicated part is how well can we, how many of these can we build? So this is the large ore mine, and now remember, now it's too steep, too steep, too steep. Okay, so it's too steep for over there, but that's all right. Now, just a reminder, like many of you already do, I unlocked all of the ore industry buildings, so don't freak out when you see me adding just the medium. Let's fit it. Just adding medium ore mines and stuff like that. Don't freak out. I just wanted to show you this for the example of, you know, how this game works, and it's just honestly for show. Obviously, you do have to build up your ore industry as time goes on, so don't think that you get all these buildings all at once. But I just did it for just showing you purposes and just for this tutorial. I mean, this didn't turn out that bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. We have a bunch of these large okay, I'm gonna calm that down for now. All right, I'm gonna hit pause also. So we just added a shed load. Yeah, I'm not gonna say a shed load of large ore mines. So after you have the mines, first of all, they need water. And our piping from our little town is still there, which is kind of funny. The little town that I destroyed to create the ore industry. You know, this ore industry is not that bad. Now, when you're creating the ore industry, it does take up the most room, as you can tell. Like, look how large some of these the large ore mines are. Like when you're building the oil industry, for example, oil industry, large oil rigs are not this big. Not even close. And they actually make the most money, but that's besides the point. So we're adding, all right, so what we need to do is now add the ore processing plant. So we need to create metals, we need to create plastics or whatever else. I don't think it's plastics, I think it's oil. But we need to create our metals, and we need to create all the other products that come with the oil industry, or ore industry rather. So I want to actually kind of branch out, kind of extend this main road out. And we can also do kind of the same for over here. We're going to just branch it out like we did with the other buildings, or the other industries. So we're going to branch out here, just to kind of conserve traffic-wise. Just try to make it easier on the city so things don't go too crazy traffic-wise. So let's go back into our buildings. And what do we need? We need everything. So we're going to add an ore grinding mill. So an ore grinding mill we'll take raw materials and push them through a grinder and separate them. This process, or this requires ore and or specialties. It creates metals. So we want a couple of these. We're gonna build 3 of those. And then then the next thing is glass. Okay, so glass manufacturing. So this is what is called a glass manufacturing plant, and we're gonna have a couple of those. Build a couple of those, and so right now we have metals and glass currently, which is perfect. Now the next thing is what's called a rotary kiln plant. So these are very expensive, $30,000 each, but let's plop a couple of them down. So if you look at what they are, they create metals. So as you can tell, we have 2 places that create metals. Now look at how many tons the rotary kilns make. They produce 218 tons of metal. Let's go to these little ore grinding plants, 151 tons. So you can tell that it is a big difference between the kiln and the ore grinding plants. So just giving you that heads up. Now the ore grinding plants are a lot smaller, so that's something to keep in mind. So also now what I just added building wise was a fiberglass plant. So same principle. So the fiberglass plant creates 218 tons of glass. Now, our lovely glass manufacturing plant, only 151. So you could see the major difference between the 2. So, just giving you that heads up that, they do matter. The upgraded buildings do matter as you go up star-wise. So don't think that they're not necessary or anything like that. When you upgrade those buildings, 218 tons is definitely way more than 151. Especially when you're creating lots of raw materials and stuff like that. So don't think that those. But you can definitely use the smaller buildings. Like look at the ore grinding. Look how small that is. So if you have a smaller ore industry, kind of like what I have, maybe those ore grinders are for the better, honestly. So I'm gonna start up our lovely ore industry. We do need electricity, so I do need to get that over. Let's move over a power line over here. And we do need to power our 4 mines. Oh man, there are going to be a lot of freaking power lines, which I absolutely do not like, as you guys know. But it is what it is for the time. This will all fill in eventually, so I'm not really too worried about it looking ugly. So everything, should have power, but no, it actually does not all have power. But that is how you build the ore industry. Now, what you want to do also is when you finish your ore industry, you want to go over to this check mark and make sure you improve the logistics of your ore industry. Make sure you improve the worker safety and improve the advanced automation. So what these do is the improved logistics is packing and scheduling deliveries more efficient. All right. Basically what the improved work safety is increased workers' health. That's always good. And then advanced automation is robots and other automated systems make the production a lot faster. So that is what you also want. So that is, wow, I forgot water for these 2 places. Okay, well, but that is basically it. It's nothing too crazy when you're building the ore industry. I'm also gonna, if you're done with the ore industry, make sure you guys, if you're done with this tutorial, make sure you guys please like, comment, and subscribe. All I'm gonna do is one more thing while I'm still on City Skylines, and you guys won't notice it, but I'm gonna add to our high density residential, and basically I'm gonna cut out the middle part and just kind of show you guys, the final result of me expanding the high density. So I'm gonna do that right now. It shouldn't take very long. I'm gonna add it over here, so it shouldn't be too bad. But like I said, I'm gonna copy and cut and paste everything, and basically, you guys won't see, you won't see me adding the roads and stuff, but, you know, it's alright. And those of you still watching from my little flip over on my YouTube video, this is what I filled in, was this little part over here. I left this little part over here empty because I want to build a park over here, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to build a city park right where you see that.